Welcome back to a specialized space. For centuries, Venus has been the subject of fascination and mystery. Our volcanic sister planet has intrigued scientists and sparked numerous speculations about its environment and potential for harboring life. In a surprising turn of events, it was recently revealed that during the Cold War, the Soviet Union captured strange images of Venus, hiding them from the public eye. These long-secret photos have now surfaced, and scientists are in a frenzy, as they may challenge everything we thought we knew about Venus and our solar system. Could these newly uncovered Venusian images contain vital clues about extraterrestrial life? What other mysteries do they conceal about this enigmatic planet? Join us as we embark on an extraordinary journey to uncover the secrets behind the declassified photos of Venus and their far-reaching implications. The Cold War saw a fierce rivalry between the United States and the Soviet Union, extending beyond the political and military sphere into the uncharted territory of space. The launch of Sputnik 1 in 1957, the first artificial satellite, sent shockwaves through the United States, igniting the space race. What the world didn't know at the time was that the Soviets were keeping an important secret hidden from the public. In their effort to outpace the United States in space exploration, the Soviet Union secretly captured and concealed photographs of Venus. These images, hidden for decades, have resurfaced, stirring intense discussions among scientists, who now question long-standing assumptions about our solar system. To understand the significance of these revelations, we must first revisit the origins of the space race. After World War II, both the United States and the Soviet Union were determined to establish dominance in space exploration. The United States, under the leadership of Wernher von Braun, a former Nazi engineer, used advanced German rocket technology to initiate their space program. The Soviet Union, on the other hand, tapped into the expertise of Sergei Korolev, a brilliant Soviet rocket scientist who spearheaded their space endeavors. In 1955, both nations declared their intentions to launch satellites into orbit. The Soviets took the first significant step on October 4, 1957, with the launch of Sputnik 1, marking the beginning of the space race. The United States responded with the launch of Explorer 1 a few months later, but the Soviets had taken the lead. In 1961, Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin made history by becoming the first human to orbit the Earth, followed by the United States' Alan Shepard, who became the first American in space. These milestones marked the intensity of the rivalry between the two superpowers. As the space race continued, both nations pursued the bold ambition of landing a human on the moon. President John F. Kennedy's famous 1961 declaration that the U.S. would land a man on the moon before the end of the decade sparked the Apollo program, which ultimately succeeded with the landing of Apollo 11 on July 20, 1969. Neil Armstrong's first steps on the lunar surface symbolized America's victory in the race. However, despite this achievement, the Soviet Union was not far behind, making notable strides in space exploration, including their own missions to Venus. While the United States achieved its iconic lunar landing, the Soviet Union focused its attention on Venus, launching a series of missions aimed at exploring the inhospitable planet. The Soviet Union made history in 1970 with the successful landing of Venera 7, the first spacecraft to survive the harsh conditions of Venus's surface, providing valuable data on the planet's atmosphere. Over the years, the Soviets sent a series of Venera probes, each contributing new discoveries and expanding our knowledge of Venus's extreme environment, including its thick, toxic atmosphere and scorching temperatures. The Soviet Union's dedication to Venus exploration was evident in their development of advanced spacecraft. The Venera missions, including Venera 9, 10, and 12, captured some of the first-ever images of Venus's surface, revealing a rocky, desolate landscape with volcanic features. These images suggested that Venus may have experienced significant geological activity in the past. Despite the difficult conditions and occasional technical failures, the Venera probes successfully gathered crucial data, including evidence of widespread volcanic activity on the planet's surface, and provided scientists with an unprecedented look at Venus's atmosphere and surface. However, some of the most intriguing discoveries about Venus remained hidden for decades, as the Soviet Union kept certain images and data classified. These photos, only recently declassified, have revealed more about Venus's complex geology, including signs of ancient volcanic activity, lava flows, and potential signs of water erosion. These findings have raised questions about the planet's past conditions and the possibility that Venus could have supported life, at least in its early history. Scientists like Michio Kaku have pointed to these newly released photos, emphasizing their significance in broadening our understanding of Venus and the potential for life elsewhere in the universe. One of the key objectives of the Venera missions was to capture high-resolution images of Venus's surface. However, not all of these images were shared with the international scientific community at the time. Instead, some were kept secret, seen as essential to maintaining the Soviet Union's edge in the ongoing space race with the United States. These classified photos have since been released, and their content has surprised scientists, showing detailed views of Venus's surface, including jagged mountain peaks and frozen volcanic structures. These features suggest that Venus experienced intense volcanic activity in its distant past, raising further questions about the planet's geological history. While Venus is considered one of the most inhospitable places in our solar system, its extreme conditions continue to spark curiosity among scientists. The images revealed from the Soviet Union's Venera missions, alongside modern-day research, have contributed significantly to our understanding of Venus's geology and atmosphere. NASA, which launched its Pioneer Venus missions in the late 1970s, has yet to land on Venus but has made substantial contributions to understanding the planet's atmosphere and surface conditions. Future missions, such as NASA's Da Vinci Plus spacecraft, slated for launch in 2031, promise to provide even more insight into Venus's composition and potential for exploration. Despite the Soviet Union's pioneering Venus missions, direct landings on the planet remain a significant challenge. Yet, the discovery of the declassified photographs, coupled with ongoing space exploration efforts, brings us closer to unraveling the mysteries of Venus. Could these photos and the data they contain reshape our understanding of Venus and its place in the solar system? As scientists continue to study Venus's volcanic past and atmospheric mysteries, the planet's story is far from over, and new technologies and missions will keep pushing the boundaries of space exploration.